From downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
Some breaking news late this afternoon. We have new details on the man who was found dead at the top of Lookout Pass on Thursday. Thanks for joining us here on this special edition of 4 News Now. I'm Jordan Smith. An official with Lookout Pass telling us today the man suffered a heart attack while riding a chairlift up the mountain. A chairlift operator saw the man slumped over in the seat on his way up the mountain. They initially thought he had fallen asleep. When he didn't awaken, they immediately began performing CPR. They also attempted to use an AED machine, administering 3 shocks, but never received a response. The man ultimately died at the scene on Thursday. His identity and age still not known at this time. Meteorologist Matt Gray's here for a first look at weather. Matt?
All right, and we've been waiting for it all day, and the wet weather has made its appearance here over the last couple of hours. That said, it has not really been all that soggy around the inland northwest. And I think part of that reason is the wind, and part of the reason is, well, this is just kind of the appetizer. We got a couple of main courses coming in the days ahead. So let's show you where we have a chance to see some showers here, and that is generally across the Raftered Prairie, south of Liberty Lake in the Dishman Hills area. We're also picking up some rain. Newport and Sandpoint also getting a little bit of wet weather at this hour, along with Spirit Lake. Like I said, this has not really added up to much of anything, and so by and large, it's been very easy to dodge that wet weather today. We've also had some showers right around the Washtucta area, and then in Othello, we're also picking up a little bit of rain. As we head through the rest of the night, we will see these very widely scattered showers. They're going to be increasing in intensity very, very late this evening. So by no means are we done with rain, but we are going to be taking a little bit of a break once this thing gets out of here for most of us. It's been a gusty day as well, although just now winds have calmed down at least a little bit, and we've got more gusty winds ahead in your forecast as well. But overall, a few hours of calm as the showers kind of ease off a little bit through the night. Temperatures will be down into the middle and lower 30s, and we will start the day with some wet weather, and that could even be in some places a wintry mix. I will show you where you could see a little bit of snow in the morning, and we'll talk about how much rain we're expecting for the rest of your weekend.
All right, Matt, we're looking forward to it. Well, months of preparation and anticipation have come down to this. The Spokane Velocity USL soccer team has kicked off against Greenville Triumph in South Carolina. The inaugural game of the franchise officially underway. It's a new era of pro sports here in Spokane. And this is a date that's been circled on the calendar for quite a while now. A lot of eyes on Spokane's newest professional sports team. Let's check in with how that's playing out right now. 1-1 in South Carolina. Spokane scoring the first goal of the franchise on a penalty kick. And right now, Spokane's biggest soccer fans are glued to the TV watching the game play out. Peter Choi is live at a watch party at Brickwest Brewing. Peter, how's it going down there?
Well, Jordan, if I wasn't working here tonight, I'd probably be here. Well, let me show you the energy I'm seeing right now. Let's see. Where's the Velocity fans? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Okay, I want to introduce you. Scott Nix right here. Scott, I know it's the first game of the season. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm excited. This is awesome.
And the score is a 1-1, but we still have a lot of time, right?
We do have a lot of time, so we need to like score goals. That's what we need to do. So
exactly. So yeah, Scott is just one of the few here, and it's a lot of people here. It's a packed room tonight. Hey, if you missed the game tonight, don't worry. There's a home game here in Spokane at One Spokane Stadium at 2 p.m. So go check it out. But last but not least, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Velocity!
Yeah, Peter, if I wasn't working,
all right, back to you, Jordan.
Peter, you are having the blast time of your life out there, man. We are so jealous here in the studio. Thanks for that. Well, we'll pivot now to some news here. And a woman in North Idaho who survived torture and capture as a child just lost her home to a fire this week. According to KTVB, down in Boise, a fire destroyed Shasta Groney's home on Wednesday. She and her 5 children escaped safely. The family lost everything, though. According to the fire department, the Red Cross of Idaho and the Nampa Firefighter Charity Fund are working to help Shasta and her family. She was just 8 years old when Joseph Duncan killed her mother, stepfather, and one of her brothers. Duncan kidnapped Shasta and her brother Dylan and tortured them for weeks. He killed Dylan, but Shasta was rescued when an employee in a Coeur d'Alene restaurant recognized her. Duncan was on federal death row when he died of brain cancer in 2021. Well, the long-running Glendow Academy closed down for good on Friday night after being in downtown Spokane for 55 years. The family-owned academy on Riverside Avenue and helped train local beauty stylists. Remaining students have transferred to a different school. And the property is now up for sale. Well, it's now time to spring forward and lose some sleep this weekend. And while the change back and forth to daylight saving has become increasingly unpopular, the debate in recent years is which time should be our permanent one. And Matt Gray looked at how things would be different with each option, Matt.
Yeah, that's right. And it's not just about if you're a morning or a night person because of how far north we are. And in fact, we are on the edge of our time zone. One part of the year is getting weird, no matter the choice. And, well, you can see, here's the new sunrises taking into effect tomorrow. And you know what, Jordan? I'll actually, once we get back to our full weather segment, I'll explain a little bit more about how this is going to go. And some of the things we could see if we didn't have the time change. I'll have that coming up.
All right, Matt, we're looking forward to it. And that spring forward time could change, that spring forward time change could take a toll on many families, especially when it comes to kids. Local pediatricians say setting their clocks forward by an hour could disrupt kids' mental health. Peter Choi explains how families should navigate the daylight saving time this weekend.
They are excited that their parents are coming earlier because they think that it's lighter and the parents come and it's not dark.
Here at Debbie's preschool on the South Hill, the director, Deborah McCurdy,
They found pine cones and nuts and
has been taking care of kids for decades. When the clocks change, she knows how the daylight saving time could impact them.
it messes with the medications. So like if they're on a schedule, I've had some parents that have to start their medication changed a week or two ahead.
She says it could bring changes to kids' sleep schedule.
It takes 2 weeks to get them back on schedule.
Wow.
Some are a little faster, but most about 2 weeks, and they're cranky in the morning a lot.
Dr. Sarah DeHolst with Multicare
It's really important as well for our mental health to have a consistent amount of sleep each night.
says it does take time, especially for kids, to adjust to the time change.
I think it really helps to adjust our sleep a little bit at a time. So if we know we're going to lose an hour of sleep pretty soon, maybe shift back bedtime by about 15 minutes every couple days this week.
Celebrate the longer hours outside, enjoy that, and just give your kids extra hugs and loves when they're going through this mood transition.
Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Well, there's so much more ahead here on this special edition of 4 News Now. We check out 2 geological wonders just 100 miles from Spokane in our Air 4 adventure. Plus, we're a little more than a week away from Selection Sunday. The bids for the NCAA tournament will start to get punched tonight. Alex Crescenti is going to break it all down coming up in sports.
We will see a short break from wet weather tonight, but if you're looking for something a little bit more spring-like, if you're looking for something that feels like, well, what we had the past couple of days before it got cloudy today, oh, I've got some good news for you. Just wait until how warm temperatures are going to get in your extended forecast.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Live after the Oscar show, March 11th.
We're the easiest way to shop for floors, and going on now is our Carpet One Teal Tag Sale, where you can save up to $1,000 on new floors. Special financing is available.
Panhandle Carpet One Floor and Home, West Appleway Avenue.
Say less, get more. Buy one, get one for $1. Choose from Bacon McDouble, McChicken, McDouble, or Hot and Spicy McChicken. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Joni here at Post Falls Volkswagen with this bold and beautiful Taos. But there's more than just good looks behind this compact SUV. This is the perfect choice because it's also practical and efficient, with driver assist and all the latest enhanced safety features. Plus, the Taos is packed with the useful high-tech features you use every day. If you're thinking of a compact SUV, think Taos at your nearby Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Washington's presidential primary is on March 12th. Get ready to participate and make sure you have reliable information you can trust. Visit sos.wa.gov spokane.gov/elections to learn more about voting in the presidential primary and how your state and local election workers keep our elections secure. The vote starts with you.
Sponsored by the Office of the Secretary of State and aired in cooperation with the Washington State Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Fred's helps you say goodbye to laundry woes with this Whirlpool top-load laundry set.
With a removable agitator, choose how you wash your clothes by easily swapping the agitator post in or out.
Save $400 on this highly rated top-load laundry set at Fred's Appliance.
Why stand around a box store looking for help? When you're in the market for a laundry set, you want selection and service.
Fred's experts are here to help. When Fred's advertises it, we've got it. Get your new appliance today.
Here sits the McDonald's hash brown, the side that makes every breakfast sandwich better. Let's all be more like the hash brown.
Your breakfast favorites are even better with a rich, medium iced coffee for just $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We're the easiest way to shop for floors, and going on now is our Carpet One Teal Tag Sale, where you can save up to $1,000 on new floors. Special financing is available.
Panhandle Carpet One Floor and Home, West Appleway Avenue.
All right, well, as promised, let's talk about daylight saving and what would happen if we made a permanent switch to daylight time or a permanent switch to standard time. And by the way, here's your sunrise and sunset for tomorrow, because we're all going to be adjusting quite a bit. Spokane, interesting here, on the east side of the Pacific time zone, so we're 20 minutes ahead of Seattle, almost 30 minutes ahead of the coast when it comes to sunrises and sunsets, and that makes a big difference when it comes to our brightest and darkest times of the year. In other words, these time changes, they affect us a little bit more. So let's pretend that we don't spring forward this weekend. We are on standard time forever. Well, that means by the summer solstice, it is 3:51 in the morning that the sun is coming up, and the latest the sun would ever set would be 7:51 in the evening. No more 8 p.m. sunsets and no dusk at 9 o'clock. Now, on the other side of the Cascades, folks in, say, Seattle or Portland, it's a little bit more palatable because of that 20-minute delay. On standard time, we would have 71 days with sunrises before 5 in the morning. Now, if you don't prefer that, if you think that's kind of weird, here's the alternative. If we sprung forward and we never leave daylight saving time, summers are the same as they are right now, but in winter, sunrise doesn't come until after 8:30. The winter solstice is at 8:35 a.m. On the West Coast, it wouldn't be until around 9 in the morning. That's a long period of darkness that a lot of people are doing stuff. So winter sunsets on daylight time wouldn't be until around 5 p.m. We always love that extra evening light, but there's that trade-off, right? So we've had 87 days with sunrises after 8 in the morning if we were on permanent daylight time. So that's from before Thanksgiving until almost Valentine's Day. So there's pros and cons either way. Ultimately, if we don't want to do this switching back and forth, there's going to have to be a consensus somehow. In general, daylight time gives people on our side of the time zone, the east side, a little bit more benefits. However, the further west you go, the more standard time becomes a thing. And of course, it's all personal preference. Certainly, we're getting a lot of traction on social media with this story, because I tell you what, it's very individual for everybody. A lot of morning people, a lot of night people. So we'll see how things play out, because certainly it's none of our decisions how this goes. Let's talk about our weather now. Rain for Sunday, more rain than we saw today, that's for sure. Mountain pass snow. Our next system's coming in on Monday, and more spring warmth. Oh, it's going to be amazing next weekend. Start making your plans now. Overnight lows will be in the middle and low 30s, just cool enough that we may see a little bit of wintry weather mixed in, especially in some of our northern valleys. You can see Sandpoint's down to freezing. Colville ends up below freezing in the Methow Valley tonight. So here's how our wake-up weather looks like. So I imagine you might sleep in a little tomorrow. So this is about 9 in the morning. We've got mountain snow, winter mix in some of those valleys, but it is rain in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and rain that stretches down almost all the way through Ritzville and Moses Lake. This hangs around until about noon, and then in the metro, we're going to start to see some clearing. Still plenty of showers, however, lingering around North Idaho. And then we get into the afternoon scattered shower pattern that we've seen over the past couple of weeks. But instead of snow or gravel, it's warm enough that it is going to be bursts of fairly intense rainfall. And we could, especially in the lower basin, even hear a few rumbles of thunder, and that's going to be a theme we see later on in the week as well. By 7 p.m., the sun has gone down, and we'll start to see those showers fade away. Spring weather changing every few hours. You got to love it. Here's where we have the most opportunity to see a little bit of that showery weather. So places like Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry, Republic has a chance for some accumulations in the morning that melt by the afternoon. Also a plus for that spring weather. That snow doesn't stick around too long. We're not really concerned about much valley snow for the other systems coming later on as we get into the beginning of the work week, because our snow levels are going to be around 3,500 to 4,000 feet. However, you got to keep an eye on mountain passes. We'll continue to see windy weather as well, but it's not going to be windy enough that we're too worried about what may come along with those winds. So yeah, you'll notice the breeze, but it shouldn't be anything too crazy. Mid-40s for the afternoon. Our chances for rain go way up heading into Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's talk about what you really want to know. Look at these temperatures late in the week. High pressure's taken over. We'll be close to 60 on Saturday. If we don't hit 60 Saturday, Sunday, Monday of next week, I think we got a really good chance.
Well, that is perfect weather if you're looking for a change of scenery, Matt, especially if you're looking to check out these two geographical wonders about 100 miles west of Spokane, Grand Coulee and Moses Coulee. They were carved by Ice Age floods, and those areas offer miles and miles of hiking trails and views of what was once the world's largest waterfall. We're giving you a bird's eye view of that in this week's Air Forward Venture.
It is amazing. You're standing on the edge of what was once the world's largest waterfall. Dry Falls is an amazing geological wonder, and most folks come here accidentally and they don't realize that they're standing on the edge of an example of one of the greatest massive flows of water that happened literally in the world. And the Ice Age floods dramatically carved out the land you're looking at. So literally as you drive west of Spokane on Highway 2, you're going to see a land that was carved out down to bedrock from floodwaters, massive floodwaters that poured through here. The last one was about 15,000 years ago, which in terms of geology, that's just a drop in the bucket. As you drop down on Highway 2, it dramatically opens up and you see you call Moses Coulee. And Moses Coulee was eroded away by a similar force of nature.
Moses Coulee is like 50 miles long. In fact, it's as long as Grand Coulee. And it's almost as spectacular, but it's just harder to get to, and not as many people know about it. It's a spectacular place. I've written 2 guidebooks, self-guiding books for people to drive and hike and to discover the Ice Age floods. It's called On the Trail of the Ice Age Floods.
You're usually driving 65 and you miss the landscape here, and you have to get off Highway 2. You are in the heart of the Grand Coulee. And the Grand Coulee is an amazing geological feature that we talk about all the time. And the dividing line between the upper Grand Coulee and the lower Grand Coulee is right here. It is amazing. Beautifully, it is a gem in Washington State Parks for sure.
Just another reminder of how cool our area is. Well, coming up here in sports, the Big Sky Tournament set to begin for Eastern Washington and the Idaho Vandals. Alex Crescenti will have a preview of that tournament. You're not going to want to go anywhere.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
What have you got against tomatoes?
I don't know how anybody can eat those things.
Mr. Box, I had this idea.
Is it giving people lots of great food for $5 and letting them choose between 2 delicious sandwiches? Great idea, Devin. Run with it.
Well.
And you run and get my $5 Jack Pack.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
This is not just laundry. This is laundry that's one and done. This is the ultra-fast combo laundry machine that does both washing and drying cycles. This is revolutionizing laundry. This is GE Profile.
Fred's has the GE Profile one and done laundry machine in stock and on sale for only $24.99. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Watch me. Watch me work with precision people skills, dedicated to serve with a patriot's will. Some said my condition gave me no shot, but an extraordinary place helped me fear not. Duty and honor, that's where I stand. A proud soldier's code, thanks to a skilled surgeon's hand. Watch me. Life-changing orthopedic procedures at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
When you download the Fred Meyer app, enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. You can always discover more ways to save big every day. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Oh, hey, Jack, going up?
Actually, no, Justine. My famous 2 tacos are still just 99 cents when you order on the Jack app or online. Could you press 6, please? I'm going up. Get my famous 2 tacos for just 99 cents, only on the Jack app or online.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
Well, a little more than a week before Selection Sunday, bids for the NCAA tournament will start to get punched tonight. But we'll have to wait at least a few more days for the teams in our region to get their shot. And that begins with the Eastern Washington women. They enter the Big Sky tournament as the #1 seed with a 26-5 record and riding a 10-game winning streak as they head into Boise. Outside of a couple of games where they got tripped up, the Eagles were clearly the best team in the conference. But because they'll have that #1 next to their name, they know they are going to be the hunted this upcoming week.
Oh, it's great. Every single night is up and down the schedule. You know, 1 through 10. Every single night is tough. It's different. You know, every team kind of brings some unique situation, and so I think that going through the conference twice just really gets you prepared.
You'd think that there'd be a lot of pressure, but this team is so good with the pressure because we focus on one game at a time. We have a good mindset. We don't really focus on the outside factors, and like I said, we just stay present. We're for each other. We stay in the moment. Yeah, we do a really good job at that.
And the Eastern Washington men also enter the conference tournament as the #1 seed. That is quite remarkable when you consider they started the season 1-6. But once Big Sky play came around, they settled in nicely and cruised to another regular season championship. But this year, they're going to be looking to avoid an early upset down in Boise. Now, the Washington State Cougars finished their regular season winning the last 10 of 12. But it's the way they closed out the regular season that has some fans concerned after losing to rival Washington. And looking back at the film and then the stat sheet, really no way to put a positive spin on this game. The team shot under 40% from the field. They went 4 of 24 from three-point range, and they were 8 of 17 on the charity stripe. But it's not like they didn't have their chances. The Cougs came up with 17 offensive rebounds, and the shooting wasn't there, though. But this performance looks a lot like the others that we've seen in previous weeks. Over the last 5 games, Washington State is only shooting 42% from the field and 30% from 3. And if they want to turn it around, it could come down to the play of their star freshman, Miles Rice. He's been downright dreadful over that time span, 0 of 12 from 3 with 15 turnovers. That's just not going to cut it.
We've been pulling a couple out of the fire. SC down 10 second half, down 10 Stanford, and came back and got it. UCLA down 12 to start the game. So sometimes that's, that's hard. We've been playing well, had a good season. We're hoping for great, and hopefully we can grow from this.
Now, a team that's headed in the opposite direction is the Gonzaga Bulldog. Just a few weeks ago, they were projected to miss the NCAA tournament, but ever since that win over Kentucky, Gonzaga looks like a completely different team. They've won 8 straight games, 13 of their last 14. A huge reason for that is the play of Graham Ike. Ike didn't win the WCC Player of the Year, but he's certainly playing like it. He's averaging 23 points over the last 7 games. Ike's 7 consecutive 20-point performances is the longest streak by
a Zag, since Adam Morrison did it in 2005, 2006. And EK's teammates are doing everything they can to make sure he continues this trend. The Bulldogs will open up tournament play on Monday evening. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
We're the easiest way to shop for floors, and going on now is our Carpet One Teal Tag Sale, where you can save up to $1,000 on new floors. Special financing is available.
2 locations, Flooring Outlet and Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One.
Listen up. You've got 4 days and 4 days only to save like never before during the 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. No limit. You'll also find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, dining tables and chairs, bedrooms, and much, much more. Plus, get 4 years no-interest financing. But don't wait. The 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
It's the big kickoff event this month at Northwest Fence, where every year we launch the fencing season with great bargains on fence and automated gate packages. So give us a call to schedule your new chain link, vinyl, or ornamental iron fence. Or maybe you're a do-it-yourselfer looking for materials. Save a little of the cost by shopping early and beating the summer rush during the spring launch at Northwest Fence. Nobody builds them better.
Remodeling your kitchen? Fred's has the latest in kitchen appliances from GE Cafe on sale.
With a variety of custom cafe colors and options, makes it easy to personalize your kitchen.
And when it's time for cleanup, the GE Cafe dishwasher offers loading flexibility and a reversing wash arm to clean every inch of your dishes.
Get up to $2,000 in rebates in GE Cafe appliances.
Come in and see the great selection of cafe kitchen packages at Fred's.
We're the easiest way to shop for floors, and going on now is our Carpet One Teal Tag Sale, where you can save up to $1,000 on new floors. Special financing is available.
2 locations, Flooring Outlet and Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One.
Live after the Oscar show, March 11th.
All right, so a bit of a wet start tomorrow, some improvement in the evening. We'll continue to see some showers through Tuesday, and then look how much better the weather gets.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Alex, Velocity home opener next weekend.
Look at
that weather's looking great.
I love that. Love that kind of weather.
Wow, and how can you not love this? Velocity, they're in this one right now. 1-1, halftime. Spokane scored 2 goals tonight, Alex.
I mean, it's going to be an exciting season. Hopefully they can continue this in the next week.
We're excited. Bring it back home. See you tomorrow.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.